Oh shit, did I? Fuck, I forget. I can't just like start YouTube. I have to like go to the thing, make it public, make sure all the shit's correct. Then I start it. I started it, but I don't even know if it's public. I think it's unlisted. Thank you so much, Fruit Loops, for the gift and sub. Took the rad test and got a 37. Congratulations, you are not autistic. There we go. Was a bit of lag for me. Yeah, I've had a lot of drop frames, and like the bit rate keeps dropping down all of a sudden. So I'm hoping my internet doesn't poop the bed during stream. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We shall see. It's good now, but we'll see. Keeps getting worse. My RADS is 186. I diagnose you with autism. Hype train. Oh, hype train. Hype train. Chat, I got a toll-free call. Dude, why do I keep getting notifications? Oh my God. Stop. Okay. Sending love from Canada. You mean the 51st state of America, Canada? What's up? What's up? Bold words from our 50 new provinces. Inconsistent things. It's now true because an influencer said it. Chat, am I an influencer? Are you influenced, chat? Are you guys influenced by me? Like, do you watch me and they're like, damn, this guy gets it? No, Canada does not need to be part of America. What are you talking about? You don't want to be part of the greatest country ever who just completely destroyed our entire Department of Education? They dismantled the Department of Education. Don't you want to be a part of that? I mean, come on. Don't you want to be a part of that? Thank you so much. Sell MP3 for the 2 months. We're at level 3. Oh, it's completed. Never mind. Gulf of America. The Democrats want to impeach him during the midterm. Dude, the Democrats ain't gonna do shit. Dude, the Democrats just stick their heads in the sand. Here, wait, I need to pop out YouTube chat real quick. That's all they do, chat. Everyone sucks, man. Everyone sucks. How's everybody doing? The Declaration of Independence. Don't worry.
The proposal I wrote basically while exclusively watching your content was approved by my committee today. Take that, Doge.
Dissertation proposal I wrote basically. Hell yeah. So you're basically saying that I taught you everything you know. I appreciate it. I appreciate you admitting that. Devs are so fucking useless right now. And I'm a registered Democrat. Dude, everyone, like, they're all fucking, they're all just for the rich at this point. Like, literally every side, every angle, up, down, left, right. They're all just like, hey, bro, let's keep people being rich. Why not? Yeah, made it. How are you doing? Pig, I'm doing good. I'm doing good today. Yes, an oligarchy? Well, yeah. That's where we're headed. Heading, we're already in it. I mean, you know how it is. What's on the agenda today? I'm gonna start filling you guys with my propaganda. That's my agenda. I'm gonna propagandize you guys in order to give me all of your money. Are you guys all right with that? In Texas, there's a new law that bans furries in schools. Dude, they're finding anything at this point. They're literally finding anything at this point. Start grifting. Dude, honestly, now is the best time to grift. Like, honestly. Like, I'm not even wrong. Like, grifting right now would be huge. Is it true that there is a law where they can call animal control on a furry student to send them home? Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised at this point. You know what's hilarious, chat? So you know how they banned transgender people in the army or whatever? Apparently a lot of people in the army are just saying that they're transgender. So they get paid out and they just leave. They just get out of the army for free because now it's illegal to be trans in the army. So a lot of people, that's an easy ticket out. It's like, yeah, I'm transgender. Oh, you're good, man. You're good. It's so stupid, dude. It's so real of them, to be honest. I mean, fuck it. Abuse it while you got it. Cannot act like an animal, wear fursuits, tails, and animal ears. You can get fined, suspended, or expelled. Fuck. Dude, I'm fucked. I'm so fucked. Okay, nope. I tried Twitch, but those ads, holy crap. I'm going to insert a YouTube ad right here. There you go. Now YouTube gets an ad. Get fucked. Get fucked. They're also making it illegal to own manga that promotes lolly. Yeah, we talked about that last stream. It's not even manga. It's like anime. And well, the thing is that they're not saying specifically lolly content. They're just saying like obscene content. They don't say just the underage stuff. So it's like literally what 60% of anime has some form of obscene stuff in it. You know? So I feel like that's going to get, you know, abused the wrong way. Got to give that fan service. Dude, and I'm a heavy advocate of fan service is fucking terrible and it ruins shows. Like, I am a very strong advocate of fan service is awful. Thank you, Sam Yeti, for the 2 gifted subs. However, if they're going to base it off of just obscene, like, there are going to be so many anime that are just going to get, like, you're going to get, like, arrested for just watching it. Like, Don to Don, I couldn't watch Don to Don. I couldn't get past it. Animation was amazing, but holy fuck, I couldn't get past it. Do you like One Piece? Bro, I ain't got time to watch 1,200 episodes. I've never watched it. And I'm not going to start. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I don't got time for that. Thank you, Oxteen. Missing Peak. Bro, I can watch 100 and... hell, I could watch 50, 60 other anime and get way more enjoyment out of those than fucking watching that show. I don't care how good it is. It could be the greatest show of all time, which I really don't think it is. But it could be the greatest show of all time. I don't give a fuck. Solo Leveling is peak. Yeah, that show's pretty good. I do think it's a little bit overhyped, but it's good. Like, it's a good show. What anime are you currently watching? I really haven't watched much lately. I've just been keeping up with Solo Leveling here and there. I started Shangri-La Frontier, which is pretty good. I got banned on my other account for simply saying I'm a Trump fan. I still like your content, even though I disagree with a lot of stuff you and a lot of your chat agrees with. I doubt you would have gotten banned for just saying you're a Trump fan. I mean, unless someone did that, like, no one should get banned for that. If that's the case, I'm sorry. But, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, we don't ban for opinions. You probably did something else, like, beforehand or leading up to it. So, yeah, because I don't give a fuck what you believe in. You can be stupid all you want, man. It's all you. Depending on what is considered inappropriate, I may be able to keep Haiku. Dude, that show's great. Haiku is great. I watched that recently. I've been holding off on watching that because, you know, I was like, sports anime, like, but it was really good. This isn't a Trumpy safe space, though. No, it's chat. We educate, all right? We don't, what's the word? We don't ban, we educate. Remember we had someone in our chat who was insanely, like, bootlicking love cops, love Trump, and then bro just watched me. And over time, he's like, hold up. he got a few points here. Dude, there's other people who've literally told me in like comments and Twitch chat and other stuff. It's like, bro, I used to believe in this and this and this, but after watching you, I realized how stupid I was. Bailey, thank you so much for the 3 months. Ostracizing the right will not help their opinion evolve. Dude, the thing that's so depressing about it is, like, I'm sorry, we'll get through the yapping phase and we'll watch our videos, chat, don't worry. But, is the fact that, like, I care about everyone. Like, I want people to have good lives, right? That's what I want. So whenever I see someone who's, like, you know, rooting against their own, like, benefit and going against what will actually help them, I would prefer telling them, you know, why they're wrong, you know what I mean? And get them to understand what actually would benefit them and then help them instead of just ostracizing them, you know, calling them stupid or won't be able to help you and then just move on. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, my parents, for example, my parents they fucking love Trump, bro. They love Trump. And they love, like, you know, they don't understand trans people. They don't understand all that stuff. They get fear-mongered into believing all these dumb things. And dude, like my mom literally said that she thinks it's a good thing that they're taking funds away from the Department of Education and dismantling the Department of Education. She said that she thinks that's good. Like, how do you even work with that? You know what I mean? Like, how do you even, like, you know, like, like they're literally dismantling the Department of Education, bro. Did you ask her how? She said that at the school that I used to go to, she said there's too many teachers. It's like, yeah, I mean, we could do without a few of them. Like what do I say to that, man? Like what do I say to that? Oh. Google what the Department of Education actually does. Yes, I know exactly what the Department of Education actually does. What does that matter? I know dismantling the Department of Education isn't going to just delete education as a whole. Like, I know what it means. Because a lot of people don't understand that. Or maybe you're telling me to tell her that. Your vids help with my depression. Tucker told me your vids made me happy. First video I watched of you was the mom body slamming her son in the gas station. Classic. Classic Tatanka. Scared for the generations to come. Yeah. That's what I was talking about. Is like, I'm not even like necessarily, I mean, I am worried about like me and my wife. I'm more worried about when Ezra grows up, man. Like, honestly, like, yeah, I'm worried about us too, because like, you know, everything's been skyrocketing, but like when Ezra grows up, man. Yeah, it's scary for the education of people graduating after me, especially since lady with child sex abuse charges is running it now. Well, I mean, teachers get paid garbage. Not only that, teachers get paid garbage. They have to deal with way too many children. Like, Like maybe hot take, I don't think one teacher should have to teach 40 children. Hot take. I don't think one teacher should have to deal with 40 children. 40 plus. Like there are some classes that go to 100, some classes that go to 150, 200. But like I don't like first off, teachers don't get paid enough. Second off, they don't get paid enough to deal with how many children they have to deal with. So not only that, not only the fact that they're not getting paid enough and they're getting treated like shit, and the schools aren't going to be funded as much, but now no one wants to be a teacher anymore. No one wants to get the education to become a teacher because you're not going to get paid for shit. Education funds are getting cut. Like what? Like who even wants to be a teacher anymore? Oh my gosh, where do they have 100? There's literally schools that have 200 children in a class, and you would and what would happen is, thank you Cranky for the 2 months. What would happen is they would be in a room, they would have a camera on themselves, there would be children in 2 separate rooms, and then there would be a TV screen casting her teaching to those students. Like that's a legitimate thing that happens. In high school, I don't know if it's high school, I don't know if it's grade school, but I know that shit happens. And it's just not right, bro. Plus, a teacher's education is hella expensive. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like teachers don't want to become like. If you're growing up, like you have to love children, and you have to like be obsessed with being a teacher. No one goes into being a teacher for a career anymore. You know, like when you grow up, like yeah, you need to like children, you need to like to teach, but also you need to think about, hey, this is a good career choice, right? But now it's like, no, it's not even a good career choice anymore. Teachers are babysitters middle school and below on top of teaching. Oh yeah, like don't even get me started on that. Yeah, like dealing with children, yeah. All right, 1 second. I gotta go help my wife with this, and I'll be back. And then we're gonna watch some shit. I also have to pee, so give me 1 second. Sup? Sup? What'd I miss? Bro, you're in the way of the chair? Shut up. How was your pee? Tasted good. Can we see the birdie, please? No. I refuse.
This is your master chair speaking. We must maintain our title and position on the throne. We must exile. Pig for the greater good. All hail the chair.
No. No. I will not. I refuse. Gamer Gauntlet? No. Maybe when we do the subathon. I don't know. Should I do the subathon this month, chat? Like, do it like at the end of the month? The chair speaks? No, the chair does not. No. Okay, I need to actually reset. How many subs did I get today, chat? I need to reset that thing. Subathon last time was so fun. I know. I want to do it again. Oh, yeah. I wanted to... I'm going to sell my guitar. I'm going to sell my drums. Because due to issues, I need to make a decent amount of money pretty quick. So, I wanted to ask if anyone is interested. You can email me. Because I'm probably going to do it on, like, you know, probably a Facebook Marketplace or something like that. How much for the drums? Well, if I'm selling my electric drum set, I bought it for $2K. Probably sell it for like $1,000. The other drum set, that one, God, because the snare drum was like 500. The hi-hat was 600. The drum set was 600. So collectively, that's all right. Also, the kick pedal. What would that be? That would be like 1,500 together. But like, I probably sell it for like no crash. How do you live? It's not. It's a ride / crash. It's not. It's like a short ride. It works as both. I use it as both. You know, economy. Give you $5. Fair enough. Sorry, having to say. What the fuck? What the? Whoa! Pause everything. What the fuck? Benjamin Schimmel, $400 fucking dollars. What the fuck? Yo, Pig, long-time lurker, first-time chatter. Here's a thank you since I know you're going through a bit. Best wishes and all the happiness to you and your family. Benjamin, my guy! What the fuck? Jesus Christ, that is way too much money. Dude. Bro, no, I can't accept that shit, man. That is too much. That is way too much. Knight that man? Yes. Jesus Christ, dude. That is so much. Accept? I mean, I don't know how to not accept it. It's the problem. It was for the chair, not you? All right, fuck you. Benjamin, my dude. What the hell? Pronounce his name correctly. What? Is it not Shamel? Shamel? Shut up, okay? I'm not good at this shit. Benji. You owe him feet pics? All right, relax. Relax. Shamel?
This one is not for the chair. This one is for you.
Walkie slide.
What? Yo, wait. Okay, slow down. Larissa gave $50 on Super Chat. Take some cash, man. It's payday. I just paid off my credit card debt. First of all, congratulations on that. That is amazing. And then, Jesus Christ, Aries gave $50. This one is not for the chair. This one is for you. Why? Okay, I was just telling you guys that I'm gonna sell shit. You stop, dude. Paula, thank you so much for 5 gifted subs. All right, now I feel bad. This is your job pick. This is different. This is different. This is a lot of money. Don't feel bad. It's in my nature, bro. Wheel spin? Yes, I'll do a wheel spin. I'll do as many wheel spins as Benjamin wants me to do. Oh, fuck. I am Morg with the 5 gifted subs. Bro, I watch you every day and have been for over a year. Here's your salary. All right, Benjamin, I see you. I see you. Jesus Christ, guys. What the fuck? Doodles the Clown with the 5 gifted subs. Did not. I almost feel bad for complaining, dude. I'm not complaining, but Yuppa Duppa with the 5 gifted subs. Erica, thank you so much for becoming a member. I guess now is a bad time to ask if anyone wants a 2020 Honda 250 rally. I'm selling my motorcycle, chat. Does anyone want a motorcycle? Thank you, Nelly, for the $2. Sure, I'll buy it. All right, sending it over right now. Dude, what happened? Okay, I don't really know. I don't like IRS shit. I'll just say IRS stuff. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal if I say what happened, but it's not like I didn't do anything wrong, if that's what you guys are wondering. I didn't do anything wrong. It's actually the company that is supposed to be helping me do bankruptcy. Thank you so much for Cecil MP3 for the gifted sub. Tax evasion. No, it's not tax evasion. Okay, thank you so much for $10. Ben made it rain, but I can make it sprinkle a little bit. Dude, literally everything is appreciated. It's always the IRS. Wait, you're doing bankruptcy? Yes. Did you get screwed over? Heavily. I got heavily screwed over. The bankruptcy is like, God, I don't really want to yap about my fucking finances. I feel weird. Long story short, 3 or 4 years ago, I made a lot of money on YouTube. And it was the first time ever that I made a lot of money on YouTube. And that is the most I've ever made in a year in my life. Because the year after that year, it was about half of what that was. So anyway, I made a lot. And I was you know, a YouTuber, I didn't think about taxes, right? I didn't have a business mindset. I was not thinking clearly. Just didn't understand how taxes work when it came to self-employment and YouTube. And so, thank you, Jason, for the $2. And dude, guys, $200 fucking dollars from Doodle Bob. I hope things look up. Here's a little hope. Okay, guys, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Accidental tax evasion. It's not tax evasion, dude. It's not. Jesus Christ, guys. Okay.
Sending all the love your way, brother.
Thank you so much, Blaze, for the 1,000 bits. God damn it, guys. Okay. PJ with the $5. So what happened is I wasn't prepared for tax season, right? Which it happens. It was literally my first time ever having to pay a lot of taxes. And what happened, Caitlin, thank you for the $2. And what happened is I hired this company to do my taxes. They did it. They didn't ask me. They just asked me for like my 1099s, right? And I gave them everything. They didn't ask me for my expenses. They didn't ask for my deductibles. They didn't ask about the house and like, they basically did not deduct anything. Haven Lady thing is just $5. So all of my business expenses didn't go through. Cryo, thank you so much for the gifted sub. And so they just did my taxes without, I didn't even know. I was so naive. I didn't know what was going on. They did my taxes without any expenses, with nothing. And so, Snake of Wrath, thank you so much for the 400 bits. And so what happened is I got a third, actually more.
Of my bits, piggy.
Thank you so much, Alex, for that. For the $2. So they literally took more than a third of what I made that year, and I had to owe that. I had to owe more than a third of what I made on the biggest year of like my entire life, like the most money I've ever made in a year. And they took more than a third of it. And I asked them, Reaper, thank you so much for the Prime. I asked them, hey, can we do the expenses? Like, because we didn't do any of that. And normally you're supposed to take like a part of your house, the square footage of your house to use for work, all that different nonsense, right? None of that. And they're like, no, sorry, we can't do anything for you because it's already sent out. So, I'll just say, it was in the 6 digits that I owed. And long story short, it piled up year after year because I kept having to pay that one, but I couldn't pay future ones. So I got royally fucked that year. And I've been dealing with it ever since. And what happened recently is I got screwed over by another company who I'm filing bankruptcy with. Because I was... Long story short, I took an insurance claim out on my roof and my... because we had a big hailstorm and they were going to replace my roof. And the IRS took money out of my account that was the insurance money to pay for the roof. And so that money is gone. And I need to pay for the roof. Or the insurance company is going to come for me. So that's why I'm selling a bunch of shit. This is not me whining or like begging for money. I want to clear up, like, this is all my fault. Technically. I was naive and stupid. Sure. I got taken advantage of. but it is technically all my fault. So I don't like want people to like. That's why I feel so bad by you guys giving me money, is because I fucked myself. You know. Thank you so much, Juliana, for the $20. Long-time lurker, you've helped me through hard times. I hope this can help in any way. Oh, trust me, it does. I really appreciate it. How much is the motorcycle? I want to sell it for $4,000, but I'm probably gonna go for less, most likely. But how I see it is, I'm just gonna sell everything I can, and you know, if fate has it, I'll do better in the future, money-wise, and then I could buy stuff back again, kind of thing. It's just life, man. Life. But you didn't know? That's life, bro. Like, that's what sucks, is like, you just get screwed over sometimes and you can't do anything about it. But I'm hoping, you know, like, bankruptcy is obviously going to fuck my credit for the rest of my life. But, like, I'd rather be able to pay off the IRS than end up, like, them coming one day and it's like, hey, we're going to take your house and everything you own. All right? You know what I mean? Yeah, you can never move again. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. The only way I can move again is if I could pay for a house in cash. But I mean, you know, whatever. Like, I like where I live right now. It's not like, sure, it'd be cool to like move somewhere else, but like, you know, it's whatever. Thank you, Lethargic Wordsmith, for the 14 months.
And suck some dick.
Would you ever set up a GoFundMe? I'm not gonna fucking set up a GoFundMe because I got fucked by the IRS, dude. That's the thing. I don't want anyone pitying me or like feeling bad because I dug my own grave. What about the coffee biz ideas? We want to do it, but I mean, everything I just said, you know, that is what's been holding us back from doing it, is that all that stuff. So that's just been what, that's why I'm always like, sometimes like, oh, I want to do this, or oh, I want to buy this for stream, or this, but I don't have the money. I'm not saying it as in like, oh, I don't make any money, because I honestly do. Like, I'm pretty well off in terms of like, you know, average income of like an American household or whatever. I'm pretty well off, but I just got royally fucked by the IRS so hard that I'm like, you know, basically living paycheck to paycheck because of it. You could totally come back from this. That's what I'm hoping. You know, I've just been trying to keep my head up, working as hard as I can and hoping for the best, you know. But seriously, I cannot say thank you guys enough for all the donations you guys gave. Like, that's ridiculous, and all the subs and stuff. I wasn't asking for it, which is why I appreciate it so much. Single-handedly funding the military. Sometimes you get into a bad place, you're going to get out. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Dude, some days it's like, dude, there was a while there, I'm not going to lie, I woke up every day like with a panic attack. That was like my mornings. Was like the entire world was collapsing on me every morning. It's been better though. Cryo, thank you so much for the gift and sub.
Boom and make it boom.
Everybody struggling out here, Pig? Yeah. Thank you, Kenny, for the $10. Basic Pig, we actually enjoy you and your content. Keep strong, brother. I appreciate it. We all get it for sure. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sure all of you guys fucking understand. It's literally just like financial stress. I'm sure like most all of you get it. Thank you, Larissa, for For the $25. Chat says contact Cinnamon Toast Ken. He won a similar case. He won a similar case. Wait, about what? Like the IRS situation? Thank you, Lorem, for the $1. With taxes? I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, but I can look into it. We've been saying this. He can help you, Pig. I mean, I have no way of contacting him, even if I wanted to, but... Didn't even think of the fact that there could be a case for real. Dude, not only that, oh my god, I even forgot to tell you guys. It just gets better. Last year I hired a tax company that's supposed to help you. And what happened is I owed them $8,000. And they said they would help me get rid of my tax debt for $7,000. Now, obviously, I'm like, dude, like, I'd pay that. If you could actually fix that, I'd pay it. Fuck yeah. They're like, yeah, we could do it. And it looks like, yeah, your case is good. It looks like we could just clear everything and, you know, we could forgive your tax debt. Right? Paid them the money. Right? Guess what they said? Oh, yeah, sorry, we can't. But what you could do is just pay this amount a month and hope for the best. I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, can't do that. And you want to know what the bankruptcy lawyer told me? Those people do that all the time. Because what those people do is those are the type of people who help people who have disabilities who physically can't work get their taxes forgiven. But they just pick random people and lie to them and tell them that they can forgive their taxes, but then they can't. That happened last year. So, like, it's been a huge shitstorm of that stuff. How is that legal? I mean, it's not, but they're lawyers, so I probably signed a contract that wouldn't fucking matter, and just, like, if I even tried to fight it, they'd just, you know. They scam people with disabilities too? Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. All right, I gotta go grab my tacos. We need to watch videos, dude. I need to stop yapping. I feel bad talking about my dumbass financial shit. Alright. Got tacos. Don't feel bad. We relate and care about what you're going through. Fucking taxes suck, man.
Please don't feel bad talking about your financial stuff. I'm in it right now and you talking about it makes me feel like I'm not the only one, which I need to hear.
Dude, that's another thing. Is like, you feel so, like, you guys have no idea how fucking stupid I felt. I still feel stupid. But like, it's so, like, to me, like, I'm sure it's not embarrassing because everyone else understands, but it's like, I feel so embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like, because I put my family in this situation, right? Like, my wife can't do her coffee shop, and it's all my fault. You know, like, my wife can't pursue the things that she wants to pursue, and it's all my fault. So it's just like, you know, makes me feel like I ruined everything, right? And I feel like a dumbass, which I am a dumbass, but you know what I mean. It's Taco Thursday. It's by design, man. Yeah, I know. Don't make Pig yell this stream. Wait, what did I? What did it say? The problem is capitalism. Courtney, thank you so much for the $10. Let us build you a ladder to help you out of that hole, Pig. You've got this. Thank you so much, Courtney. Just a thing. Thank you so much.
Let's celebrate
for the tier 1.
Some dick.
Aben Lady, thank you so much for $5. And like, the thing is, Amy isn't like, obviously Amy's not upset with me or anything. Like, she realizes what I went through wasn't, you know, my fault. I just feel bad for her. She obviously doesn't care, but I do. Those tacos do look fantastic. They are. All right, I need to watch shit. No, I'm not going to share it with the class. The audit to audit one? Well, we have. I mean, I have a few good ones, but if the audit one is good, we can do that. Oh my gosh. Why are those tacos so spicy today? Got a kick to them. Wait, which one? Is it further up? Wait, where? Oh. What type of white people tacos are those? They're chicken tacos. What do you mean white people tacos? It's from an authentic Mexican restaurant. It's not from Taco Bell. I know chat freaked out last time I got Taco Bell. It's not authentic Mexican. White people spicy? Chat, I can handle my spice just fine. All right. Do we want to watch Tornado? Look, thank you so much for the $10. I'm a civil engineer and I'm delivering for DoorDash right now for more money because I have mad school and personal loan debt. Oh God, yeah. I hope the $10 helps a little for you. Big, I appreciate your content. Thank you so much, Luke. Good luck with that debt, because, yeah, like, student loan debt's no fucking joke. Fuck it, let's have fun. Let's do a tornado one. I don't really feel like going into straight depression and, like, anger. The El Reno tornado, the largest tornado in recorded history. I've heard stories about this, but I've never, like, seen a full video about this one before.
This is the largest tornado in recorded history, heading straight for storm chasers, desperately trying to escape. In just a couple of minutes, this monster would become one of the strongest, most infamous tornadoes in modern history. But how did this happen? An EF5 tornado just went through Moore, Oklahoma, leveling multiple neighborhoods. The large Oklahoma...
It's always Oklahoma, dude. Oklahoma always gets the worst when it comes to this.
City Metro is left in shock at the devastation. May is an active time for tornadoes in Oklahoma, but nothing like this could have been predicted. One thing about the weather, though, is that it stops for no one. As the weather system responsible for the EF5 tornado fades to the east, a new system follows from behind. Forecasters notice a strong trough on weather models and note it will intensify over...
Tornadoes are the new car crash videos? I think so, chat. I think so.
Central Oklahoma.
The Joplin tornado vid? Dude, I think we drove up to Joplin after that happened. And to like see like the damage and shit.
Winds push from a region of high pressure to low pressure. A band of robust winds foster the wind shear needed for storms to form. The summer heat and strong moisture from the Gulf blend in these areas as well, giving the atmosphere every ingredient it would need for supercell thunderstorms. But still, not every supercell is a disaster.
It feels like South Florida. I gotta tell you, I mean, my hands have been sticky all day. It's just a ton of moisture in the atmosphere right now, and a couple of storms that have already begun to fire here. Gonna show them to you. Off to our north here, this is one that's gonna head toward, we believe, Cashin. You can see a well-delineated base to this.
I think you watched this 6 months ago. I don't think so. I don't remember watching this.
So we're going to have to position ourselves in a way that lets those storms slide by us, where we can kind of avoid the larger hail cores because they've already put down some big hail.
Hundreds, possibly thousands of chasers have chosen today to chase storms. I mean, it was perfect. Right in the middle of Tornado Alley, summer had just rolled around, and a huge tornado had just occurred in the exact same area, enticing chasers with the prospect of another potentially historic event. With the risk directly situated on central Oklahoma, storm chasers needed a good place to sit and wait while still avoiding
Benjamin back again. I have to go shower, take my evening meds, but before I go, there's a little extra for Boo. That's the wee cocktail, right? Get him a cuttlefish bone. Yeah, that's Booberry. I shall. Thank you so much, Benjamin. I appreciate everything you've given today.
traffic from the huge Oklahoma City. To the west of the Oklahoma City metro, the town of El Reno presented itself as the perfect target for chasers. I want to take a brief moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. There have been times in my life where I've struggled with severe anxiety and stress.
This was 6 months ago. You might have not known.
On back to the video. With the El Reno area packed with chasers, at 4:30 p.m., a blip on radar appears, and then a couple more. With the extreme instability present, or available energy in the atmosphere, these blips are quickly going to turn into monster supercells. Renowned storm chaser Tim Samaras tweets about the dangerous potential ahead. Storms now initiating south of Watonga along the triple point. Dangerous stay ahead for Oklahoma. Stay weather savvy. Tim is chasing with his group Twist X, his son Paul Samaras, in a close
The Twist X. I know Twist X. Why do I know that?
colleague of his named Carl Young accompany him as part of the team. Their goal? Get life-saving data of tornadoes using instruments like pressure probes. In fact, back in 2003, Tim had set the world record for the lowest pressure drop ever recorded in a tornado, and he was out there to do it again, risking his life for the safety of those around him. By 5 p.m., many of the cells are spinning and producing massive hail.
Wait, are these the guys who died? Like, yeah, they were the Weather Channel people.
This would be the start of the storm's dangerous behavior. It's not long until they begin to merge into one giant complex, with the southernmost storm becoming dominant. This dominance allows it to tap into atmospheric ingredients more efficiently and spin tighter than the others. Rapid rotation encompasses the base of the storm, and a large wall cloud forms. This wall cloud highlights the mesocyclone of the storm, essentially the portion capable of producing a tornado.
Right here, we're just
God, that's fucking
south,
huge.
About 2 miles and maybe a mile west of it. This is a pretty good storm right here. We got this cloud right here.
At 6:01 p.m., the first report of a tornado appears.
Oh
When
my
exactly
God,
this
look at those
tornado actually
clouds,
touched
dude.
down, however, is a little murky, as the actual base of the storm is enormous. Instead of a thin funnel emerging from the spinning clouds, dust began to swirl randomly underneath the entire storm. While currently weak, it's obvious that something big is about to happen. It's just a matter of when. At 6:03, a small funnel stretches to the ground before lifting back in the air.
Is it the entire is this whole thing gonna be the tornado?
It's down. Down right behind the trees.
On the ground. Another small funnel on the ground. We got multiple vortexes. Multi-vortexes.
It's moving away from us. We're good. We are in a perfect
What about
spot.
lightning?
This is our first look at what is called a sub-vortex. You see, tornadoes are not exactly one single spiral into the air, but rather multiple strong vortices of wind spinning around a common center. Typically, these vortices are so close and similar in strength that they appear as one. But in this storm, the area of rotation is so large and has so much energy, these sub-vortices appear erratically and discreetly
Why aren't they taking cover? It's Midwest, bro. That's why.
under the base. Multiple smaller circulations converge and morph towards one main tornadic circulation, and the entire beast sways around unpredictably. If this isn't already confusing enough, the situation becomes more erratic as multiple instances of twins to even quadruplet tornadoes occur.
The fuck?
The storm is currently moving at a moderate 20 miles per hour to the southeast.
Some fucking what's that one movie? The Day After Tomorrow?
Remember this number for later. To the southeast of the storm, a tornado touring group called Tempest Tours, with multiple visitors, are watching the tornado. Mesmerized by it, the group's leaders are unaware of how close the actual tornado is, as the small subvortices dance around in random directions.
Bruh.
In fact, the edge of the circulation is less than 3 minutes from them. The tour leader is watching the increasingly erratic vortices carefully. He expects
Dude, like,
to see the tornado moving.
I don't know if it's it's like one of those things where objects in the mirror are closer than they appear, but it looks like they are way too close to the shit.
From left to right, which would indicate the tornado is moving from west to east, the expected direction of motion. Instead, they see no motion. That's when they realize something terrifying. The tornado is moving directly towards the tour group. The tour leader immediately honks his horn to get the group back in the van. At this moment, they have less than 60 seconds to get out of the tornado's path.
Bro, is it gay to flee a double tornado? Fellas, help me out here. Help me out here, fellas. React harder, pig. John Doe might be lurking around. Dude, I already stole his soul from my soulless eyes. Just sucked it out. As a gay man, yes.
Yeah, we got.
So all these people are gay. They should have stayed. They should have stayed. Now you're gay.
The tour group members jump into the vans and the convoy bombs southwards.
Is it gay to survive? Fellas, is it gay to survive?
Escape the tornado's path. Fortunately,
they should have just stayed and died.
To outrun the vortex, a rare occurrence in comparison to others. The majority of chasers have positioned themselves to the south of the tornado. This is because, again, the tornado should be moving to the northeast, but because of the sudden southeast motion, they find themselves scrambling to get out of the way of the powerful circulation. Due to the hundreds of chasers, mobility is severely hindered as traffic jams begin to form. The hype caused—
Is there really that many chasers? Like there's a fucking traffic jam?
But the active season has caused a backlog of chasers itching to get as close to the tornado as possible. This is a grave mistake, as that decision, combined with the erratic motion and structure of the tornado, is creating one of the most dangerous environments around a tornado possible. Due east of the tornado,
at this
at
point,
6:09
go off-road?
PM,
True.
Storm chasers Brett Wright and Brandon Sullivan are watching the tornado.
Every Midwesterner is a chaser. I mean, to be fair, if I'm just in a car driving towards a tornado, that just instantly makes me a chaser, right?
Only 3,000 yards away. The chaotic movement of the subvortices make it difficult to determine the movement of the tornado, but they assume the tornado is headed east to northeast, which would be essentially directly for them. Analyzing the situation, they decide the smartest possible thing to do would be to drive south, but this is a freak tornado, and the decision would place them in a deadly situation as winds begin to batter the vehicle.
Oh my gosh! Debris! Debris! It's coming up! That whole thing's coming up! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Up with you.
Keep going, Andrew. Keep going. Keep going.
Jeez!
Start stopping.
Watch that car.
Jesus Christ!
You may be confused as to why they waited until the tornado was so close to them, but the same illusion that almost killed the tour group has struck again, making the motion seem much less direct.
Is that the fucking... Is that... okay, is this the whole fucking tornado, or is this the storm?
The wet roads and gusting winds mean their car is limited to max 40 miles per hour.
The AOE on this tornado is ridiculous.
To escape the massive growing wind field. As the
It's not even a
strongest
tornado
inflow
anymore.
winds
It's
feed
like a fucking hurricane.
into the tornado strike them. A nearby farmhouse is torn apart, pelting their car with debris and shattering the windshield. They are just barely able to keep moving though, escaping the tornado by less than 40 seconds. At the same moment, exactly 1 mile north of Wright and Sullivan, the Twistex group is turning east onto Reno Road. Right now, the team is trying to get in the path of the intensifying tornado by paralleling the tornado from the north. Their hope is to outrace it, allowing them to drive south ahead of it. As they follow the tornado, they no longer see a collection of subvortices like earlier, but instead a giant wedge, a tornado that's wider than it is tall. This doesn't mean that there aren't extreme subvortices though. In fact, they are just hidden inside the dust and debris. The only way to see where the subvortices
Same thing the
are
Prius
now
guy
would be by
did, actually true. The Prius guy did just kind of like drive directly at
actually
it.
looking inside the storm. which is precisely what the
A
crew in
chodnado?
control of a mobile radar truck are doing. What they observe is very rare. For most normal tornadoes,
cool editing,
the rotating
though.
core of the storm will exact its power into a single point. But here, the mesocyclone is so powerful, multiple distinct rotations are forming within the circulation. The wind speeds and erratic motion are alarming to the people inside the radar truck. Less than half a mile behind the Twistex crew, Reed Timmer and Team Dominator are also following the tornado. Storm chaser Ray Bohack is filming from within one of the team's 3 storm chasing vehicles. Dominator 1, he captures the monster in front of them.
My God.
The massive wedge tornado can be seen in the center of the screen, with Team Twistex just up ahead, right next to the tornado. Unknown to the team though, they're in a very dangerous location.
What the fuck? It's like a little tornado's on the outside of it. Sounds like a Dark Souls boss.
The radar truck records another vortex form over the El Reno airport. This vortex sweeps just behind the team when suddenly another vortex forms further to the southwest side of the wedge. Within the storm, there are now 3 or more visible vortices rotating around each other. The radar truck crew observes how the formation of these new tornadoes causes some crazy, unpredictable behavior. Here, the main wedge is pulled north by the forming vortex, lunging towards Reno Road, towards the Twistex crew. Inside Twistex's vehicle, Paul Samaras has a video camera and is capturing the encounter. While the footage they recorded is lost, the dialogue of the 3 crew members has been transcribed. Carl Young urges Tim to continue east to get ahead of the tornado.
We could pass it right now, Tim. It's no
Oh
problem.
no.
Really. I mean, I have a clear shot.
Tim realizes something's wrong.
We've got debris in the air. That's the problem.
As the wedge curves towards them, the outer bands begin to impact them, pelting the car with debris.
We've got to turn to the north. That's good. We're gonna follow it around to the north and get out of here.
They turn north onto Reformatory
Oh,
Road,
no.
battling 70-mile-per-hour winds feeding into the tornado. While this is happening, a civilian named Richard Henderson is also on Reno Road, just ahead of Twistex.
Why?
He watched the tornado touch down 10 minutes prior, where he had snapped an image of the forming tornado on his cell phone.
So this is just a random fucking dude. He's like, yeah, I know you guys are professionals. I see you guys turning. I'm going in, bro. I don't give a shit. Got a fucking beer in his
to a
head.
friend. Before he
I
made
don't
a
give
phone
a
call,
shit.
Henderson says,
I'm having fun. I'm riding around chasing storms.
Henderson's friend expressed concern,
You better stop doing that.
but Henderson
Is that really how it went? Yeah, I'm having fun going around chasing storms. Yeah, can you not do that? Can you not do that, Richard?
kept chasing, continuing east on Reno Road. When the tornado
I'm inside the tornado.
made its lunch north, Henderson kept pushing eastwards. The friend recalls hearing popping noises as debris hit Henderson's car. Soon, the call went dead. If the wedge keeps going north, both Twistex and Henderson won't just be hit by debris, but be directly struck by the violent tornado. In some miracle, the wedge decides to make a complete loop and begins to head south again. This sudden loop allowed Twistex to
The absolute aura of Richard, the tornado's like, all right, I'm out. Bro, fuck this. This guy has the balls to drive directly at me. I ain't fucking with him, bro. The tornado straight up just turned around and said, nah, fuck that. Nah, fuck that.
Cape North, where they can turn west onto 10th Street to make another attempt at safely intercepting the tornado. The dark mass now deviates slightly to the east, and with this change in path, a change in speed. The tornado is no longer moving at the reasonable 20 miles per hour from the beginning of its life. Now, it's racing eastwards at more than 50 miles per hour. Any chaser east of the tornado now suddenly finds themselves escaping a deadly situation. There's a huge issue though. There are now potentially hundreds of chasers
The Wicked
clogging
Witch
the
of
wet
the
dirt
East, bro.
roads, making it practically impossible to get out of the way. One chaser who
Dude,
finds
Richard, you just need to keep keep scaring the tornado away from everyone. Just keep driving into it. The tornado's gonna pull. Oh God, not Richard. It's Richard again.
Himself stuck in the chaser traffic jam is Skip Toppet. He's in a group of chasers watching the storm approach from the intersection of 5th
Skip Toppet?
10th and
Weird
Country
name.
Club Road. Up until now, dust has obscured the tornado from sight, except when lightning strikes briefly, illuminating the approaching circulation
Henderson is about to lasso that tornado like a cow.
from behind. But even as the tornado closes, the heavy rain hides the chaotic Ferris wheel of vortices from sight. The group stays, waiting to gain a visual on the tornado. After all, the tornado is still about 2 miles away, but gradually, Talbot notices something unusual. He watches as the rain curtains sweep from left to
Jesus
right
Christ,
at
that's
increasingly
so
fast
huge.
speeds. The rain must be rushing around at more than 100 miles per hour. This triggers a sudden epiphany. The rain is the tornado. The entire area is starting to gain tornadic winds. The group makes the smart decision to scramble east. As they turn onto 15th Street, they join a bumper-to-bumper line of chasers, all running for their lives. Not everyone in this line is a chaser though. A couple minutes before, local resident Billy O'Neill and his son-in-law Jose Bonilla are watching the approaching tornado.
Oh,
Bonilla
no.
urges O'Neill to get into the neighbor's storm cellar, but he's too claustrophobic. Because of this, the pair decide to try and outrun the tornado in their car.
Oh, Billy, no.
They drive south towards 15th Street, where they see the line of chasers fleeing the approaching funnel. O'Neill
I'm not good with directions. I'd be a dog shit storm chaser. Bro, I don't think anyone's going to be as good as Richard.
stops and waves on the chasers, even as the tornado approaches closer and closer. Eventually, the last car passes, and they're able to turn onto 15th Street. But the tornado is moving way too fast. Unfortunately, there's no chance of escape. Ahead of them, they see a pickup truck turn south onto a dirt road. Inside is the driver, Dustin Heath Bridges, and passenger Wyatt Mindeman. They have both been caught in the storm whilst heading towards the nearby town of Yukon. O'Neill follows them in a last-ditch attempt to get out of the tornado's path. It's too late though. Power lines are brought down onto Bridges' truck, trapping both cars as the tornado overtakes them. Bonilla recalls, all the windows blew out. We started rolling. It was like slow motion. Both cars roll at least 150 yards before they come to a stop, right side up on a completely different road. Bonilla climbs out of their door and hears screaming from Bridges' pickup. He runs over to find Bridges hanging out at the door by his seatbelt. Mindeman is sat with a crushed leg, unable to help him. Bonilla rushes back to O'Neill to get help, but when he arrives, he realizes O'Neill
Too claustrophobic, yet decides to get into a car which is arguably smaller. Yeah. Bro, like what do you even have a storm shelter for if you're not going to use it?
has passed away. Bonilla grabs a piece of broken glass
Wait, what? Say that again.
to help him. Bonilla rushes back to O'Neill to get help, but when he arrives, he realizes O'Neill has passed away.
No! Oh, O'Neill.
Bonilla grabs a piece of broken glass to cut Bridges free from his seatbelt.
I want Richard to be wearing a flannel shirt, unbuttoned, beer belly, cigarette barely hanging in his mouth, one hand on the wheel, the other gripping a natty light. Dude, for real though. Dude, that's the aura. That's the aura that Richard had. Was that. And the tornado's like, I ain't fucking with that guy, no.
Paramedics soon descend on the scene, but when they arrive, Bridges has gone unresponsive. He and O'Neill are pronounced dead at the scene, the first deaths attributed to the tornado. 1 mile north on Reno Road, there is another line of chasers fleeing eastwards. The last person in this traffic is the previously mentioned Richard Henderson.
Richard's back!
Henderson was able to make ground on the tornado when it looped behind him, but now it's closing on him again. The crowd of vehicles now converge on.
Please don't turn right, Richard. My guy. Please don't turn right. Just turn left.
Highway 81, a major road running north to south. Here, many chasers make a life or death decision, continue east and hope they can outrun the tornado on the dirt roads, or turn south onto Highway 81 and hope they can outrun the tornado before it hits them. Skip Talbot and Richard Henderson make the decision to continue fleeing east. At the same time, half a mile north of Henderson.
What about left? What about north? That's an option.
A group of chasers from the Weather Channel are about to make a different decision. A decision that may be the biggest mistake of their lives. The Weather Channel team is made up of 3 vehicles. The lead vehicle is driven by Kevin Parrish, which is then followed by a vehicle named the Bettsmobile because it is operated by Mike Betts, a Weather Channel reporter. Betts' producer, Austin Anderson, and a cameraman named Brad Reynolds also accompany him. The convoy stops just north of Reno Road so Betts can make a live broadcast as the tornado approaches from the southwest.
All right, that's Simon Brewer, one of the storm riders, and I think we're trying to get a hold of Mike Bettis. He's out there in the field. I believe this is the Mike's shot here.
That's the tornado hunt team.
Hey, Mike, I think he's just now
Well, he's
plugging
got a
in.
tornado behind him.
Yeah, Mike, can you hear us?
Jesus Christ.
Guys, that's it.
I love how he's just... See that shit?
Right there. There's the tornado.
Right there.
Just now.
Tornado.
North of Union City, south of El Reno, south of I-40.
Tornado.
Blocked off 81 at this point, and not letting traffic go southbound because the path of the tornado could come right over top of Union
it's the fucking Wojak meme, though. Look at that shit.
City or pass very close to it. Look at that monster. This is a huge tornado. If you live in Union City, south of El Reno, you have to take shelter. We may actually quickly try to get in our cars and get south of this. That'd be the safest place to do that. I think we have to go now in order to stay ahead of this and not get run over by it. So guys, I think we're gonna get back in our cars. We're gonna try to keep our cameras on top of this, and we're gonna roll just to stay safe, okay? We'll be back with you in just a minute. But
dude, that thing is
violent
gaining
tornado
on
right
them.
now approaching Union City, south of El Reno, Oklahoma.
Their decision to drive south seems like a reasonable idea. To their north and west, giant, record-sized hail is falling. Traveling east would keep them in the potential path of the tornado, so booking it south towards clear air is by far the most appealing option.
Yeah, but like, isn't it moving east? Okay, I'm not a meteorologist. I can't judge these guys.
Sadly, once again, illusions hide the danger they're about to put.
I'm just a streamer who has the power of hindsight. So like, I just know what the best option is. See what they're doing here? Wrong. I know that because I'm smart.
Nelson, you see, the tornado is so large, it seems like it's barely moving yet again. But again, when a tornado doesn't appear to be moving, usually it's moving towards you. This illusion likely makes the team believe they are directly in the path, prompting the Weather Channel convoy to head south rather than stay put. The truth is, the tornado is now racing due east at 55 miles per hour. But it's not just moving at 55 miles per hour, because as well as this, the tornado's size is expanding
It's getting
faster
bigger.
now than any tornado
getting
in history.
thicker.
In less than 60 seconds, the wind field expands from 1 mile to 2 miles in width.
The fucking tornado is what the hell? 2 miles. It's 2 miles thick?
This means the tornado is literally expanding towards Highway 81 at 30 miles per hour. Combining these values, the tornado's forward speed is coming directly at them at over 80 miles per hour. As the convoy begins to drive south, they quickly realize their mistake. The rain begins to clear, once again exposing the erratic multi-vortex core. The funnel is smaller in size now, but the contraction of the core has actually made the winds stronger. Aerial imagery from after the tornado shows the path of scouring the tornado was creating at this time. But even though the funnel is nearly a mile away, the wind field is beginning to cross the highway ahead of them. They pick up speed, traveling south at over 70 miles per hour, but still.
That's the wind field, not the full size? Okay. Still, big.
Tornado is outpacing them. Parrish watches as dozens of vortices sweep towards them. It's now less than 300 yards away. Winds into the storm suddenly spike to more than 120 miles per hour, lifting and slamming his car.
Could a Cybertruck survive? See, that's what we all are wondering right now. I'm sure everyone in chat's wondering, you know what? I wonder if Elon Musk's Cybertruck would survive this. It wouldn't.
Into the central divider before sucking it into the roadside.
Aren't Cybertrucks made of plastic?
A ditch. Behind him, Betts filming.
Oh my God. Bro, it's like right there. Where's Richard when you need him? Richard!
Everybody just go. Just keep going if you can. Keep going.
Parrish can be seen in the ditch just before the winds of the Betsmobile are smashed in as the core passes directly overhead.
Everybody duck down. Everybody duck down.
Jesus.
Bet's camera is ejected from a window upon impact, but continues filming. The Betsmobile can be seen rolling away, with the 3 occupants still inside. To the north, a separate tour group operated by Randy Walton is attempting to navigate through the traffic jam of chasers on Reno Road. Their tour group is about 30 seconds ahead of Henderson, but instead of continuing...
What do you mean tour group? Do they give tornado tours?
East like Henderson, they turn north. 50 seconds later, they approach the intersection.
It's Richard again!
Of Highway 81 and a road named Reuter Road. At this exact same time, the TwistX crew is now approaching Highway 81. Neither TwistX nor Henderson are aware of the incredible speeds at which the tornado has expanded eastwards. Tim says,
"We're probably gonna have to cross 81 if this road is good, and then try and drop down if we got some viable roads."
They pull up behind a Toyota Yaris. The driver is storm chaser Dan Robinson. Robinson has a rear dash cam rolling, filming TwistX right behind him. Robinson looks south and also sees the tornado crossing the highway. This convinces him to continue east onto Reuter Road. TwistX decides the same. Randy Walton records Robinson's Yaris crossing 81, followed by the TwistX crew's white Chevrolet Cobalt. Walton and his group would have no clue they were recording the last moments of the TwistX crew. Thinking quickly, Walton also decides to turn onto Reuter behind them.
Right on 81. Yeah. Copy. Go slow. Copy. Go to the highway, back where we came from and go keep going where we're going. Turn around? 10-4, turn around, and then we're going to go back the exact same way we were just going.
This decision to turn around, without a doubt, saved their lives. But Dan and TwistX are continuing down Reuter. To the south, Henderson is still stuck behind the line of chasers on Reno Road. After the powerful core strikes the Weather Channel convoy, it begins to do something that no chaser was expecting. It begins to move north. The heavy rain is not only slowing down the line of chasers in front of him, but it's also completely obscuring the tornado that's rapidly approaching him. As far as he's aware, the tornado is still a mile to his south, where he last spotted it. But in an instant, the winds begin to roar and debris begins to pelt his vehicle. There is quite literally no time to react to what's happening, as the tornado roars just behind him east of the intersection of Alphaville and Reno roads. His car is lifted and flung off the side of the road. He disappears into the darkness. Emily Sutton, a chaser just ahead of Robinson.
Oh, we don't know. There was no confirmation. He might be fine, chat. He might be fine.
The core once again revealing itself. The funnel is a stovepipe shape, no more than 250 yards wide at its base, but the wind field is still growing. To the north, TwistX still can't see the tornado. Heavy rain to their south means it's essentially invisible, and determining its motion is impossible. They can only assume it's continuing eastwards.
This thing is moving 40 miles an hour, 30 to 40 miles an hour to the east.
Tim is likely guessing here, as the tornado is much closer and moving much faster. As the rain begins to clear, it's hard to discern what exactly is to their south.
No, I see it. Well, maybe I don't.
Tim looks up the road. Dan Robinson's car is just ahead, and rain bands begin to sweep towards the road. He glances back towards the massive rain, where the funnel is beginning to reveal itself. The air around him grows, quote, eerily calm.
There's no rain here. Actually, I think we're in a bad spot.
These are the last words that we verifiably have of the TwistX crew.
Dude, actual fame, like, oh man. Those are like terrifying last words though.
Where the camera recording cuts off. It had used all of its storage, but at this point, the tornado is 90 seconds away. Robinson's rear dashcam continues to capture the white Chevy Cobalt. He also begins to realize what's happening.
What is that? What is that? It looks like the tornado. The car won't go. I've got to get out of whatever this is. The car just isn't going.
Twistex's Chevy, with less power than Robinson's Toyota, falls behind him. The rear dash cam captures the car disappearing from a pair of headlights to a single speck of light. And soon, the tiny speck of light is extinguished. The wall of darkness
Where's the
has
video?
consumed the road. Oklahoma Highway Patrol
Where's the video?
officer Betsy Randolph is nearby and is listening to her radio when she hears a disturbing shout. "We're going to die. We're going to die." The transmission went dead immediately afterwards. It is believed that this transmission was from the Twistex vehicle, as the main circulation overtook their car. By the time Robinson pulls clear of the tornado, it has grown to its full width.
They won't show it. Digital recreation. Well, I know it's a digital recreation. I just like thought that they would
An
show it.
incredible 2.6 miles wide. The rain has fully cleared, and now the inner mechanisms of the disgusting monster can be seen. Huge sub-vortices sweep around at incredible speeds. The mobile radar truck from earlier has paralleled the tornado to the north on Interstate 40 and is watching the tornado approach.
The families requested it not to be shown. Ah, okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
As the radar scans the tornado, they record
my morbid curiosity was going strong there.
something incredible. Inside the circulation, wind speeds.
Must be too graphic. I mean, I don't really see why it'd be graphic. You just see like a car and then you just see the car disappear pretty much. But I mean, still.
Of 296 miles per hour, the second highest wind speeds ever are measured. Moments later, a satellite tornado arcs around the south side of the main one with a ground speed of 175 miles per hour. This is the highest forward speed ever recorded for a tornado. Within minutes, this tornado has come close to or has broken numerous records. It continues moving northeast, forcing...
He has the video on his YouTube channel? But could a Super Duty F350 XLT handle this? Yes, because America. I mean, I don't know.
The radar team to begin to flee east on I-40. But here, they realize the magnitude of the disaster that is about to...
I don't want to hear that, to be honest, Trauma. No, it's... chat, it's not like the audio of them screaming that they're dying. It's just the video footage of the car getting lifted up. Obviously, I don't want to hear them screaming bloody murder that they're going to die.
Unfold. I-40 is a major highway
I'm not
that is packed with civilians and storm
in the
chasers
head.
alike. An EF5 strength tornado with winds approaching 300 miles per hour here could kill hundreds. Worse yet, if the tornado continues to track east, it will enter Oklahoma City. Panic begins to ensue in the Oklahoma City metro area. Residents haven't even begun to clean up from the EF5 and more the week before, and now an even larger...
Dude, oh my God. Like, imagine that, bro. Imagine he's got hit by an EF5 tornado. You're like, hey, you know that EF5? Yeah, we got one that's like 10 times stronger and bigger. That's headed right towards you guys, all right? I know, not like a lot of you died and your homes are destroyed, but it's like 10 times bigger and stronger, all right? I hope that's fine.
Larger storm is closing in.
God really said fuck this town specifically.
The panic only worsens the mob of cars congesting the interstate. But even when the situation seems like it couldn't get any worse, the lead newscaster for the Metro, Mike Morgan, says this live on air.
Need to be, if you're going to go south right now, if you don't feel safe, go south. Get out of its way. Reed Timmer is on that. Reed, what do you have?
This dire language prompts tens of thousands more to attempt to flee the area towards the south, bringing the area's already heavily congested traffic to a complete standstill. Thousands are now stuck in the path of this massive, violent tornado. Its erratic movement means forecasters have no idea what it's about to do next. If it continues eastward, it will follow I-40, where hundreds of cars are stuck. The outcome of a violent tornado hitting this traffic jam could be a death toll in the hundreds. The tornado is once again hidden by rain as it approaches I-40. Sub-vortices still sweep around the main circulation, one of which swipes a small neighborhood of homes. Fortunately, the fast-forward speed of the sub-vortex spares total destruction of the area. As the tornado crosses I-40, it loops before heading due east. Following the interstate, hundreds of cars and structures are now in the path. And beyond the interstate, the densely populated suburbs of the Oklahoma City metro are now in direct sight. It's not long until chaos begins to ensue on the interstate. Numerous 18-wheeler trucks were toppled. People's cars were picked up and rolled, and while many were able to survive, this luck would not last. Maria Martin, her husband, and their 3 children had pulled over their minivan onto the side of the interstate, hoping the tornado would pass by. Only the husband and 2 of the children were still inside the vehicle, injured but alive. Maria and her 17-day-old baby passed away. Just as the core of the tornado inches near the highway, a miracle seems to occur. Circulation begins to become increasingly messy and is weakening. Within a couple of seconds, the tornado would disappear into nothing. As the storm passes, law enforcement and chasers comb over the damaged path.
I mean, honestly, thank God that shit didn't go hit like a fucking city or, you know, Oklahoma City or something. That would probably be hundreds dead at least.
Nightfall to try and help those affected by the tornado. Fortunately, no structures were hit by the strongest winds of the tornado. If they had, EF5 damage could have easily been inflicted and more people could have died. But the real tragedies that occurred during the tornado were in vehicles. Along Highway 81 and I-40, dozens of cars have been flipped or rolled, but so far, no deaths have been reported. Canadian County Sheriff's Deputy Doug Green is one of the people assisting in search and rescue. He drives down Reuter Road when he spies something in a canola patch. He approaches the mangled heap of metal to find the body of Tim Samaras. By the next morning, the bodies of Paul Samaras and Carl Young will
that is
also
just
be recovered
crumpled,
after they are
dude.
found ejected from the vehicle. Soon, Richard Henderson is also added to the list of fatalities.
No, Richard! No! I thought he'd make it through,
Attributed to the tornado, making the official death toll 8. Before today, no tornado had ever killed a storm chaser, but this one alone had killed 4, including a veteran chase group. Tim Samaras was well respected in the chase community, and although his work involved venturing close to one of the most dangerous places on the surface of the planet, he was regarded as someone who always put safety first. But the record-breaking and erratic nature of this tornado meant that no chaser was safe, and has become a historic footnote in how little we understand about the behavior of tornadoes.
It's fucking terrifying, bro. Imagine if like a tornado bigger than that happens, bro. 1 second. I'm gonna It says Twistex in the El Reno tornado. What do you mean? That's fucking huge, dude. Oh. That's a car. Did you guys see it? The blinking lights? That's a car. I'll slow it down. I mean, I don't know if it's... I mean, I guess the only... I mean, it could be any... Yeah, it's like, you can see it blinking. Yeah, right here. Yeah, it's like moving across here. My God, dude. Yeah, like, they're literally in the fucking sky, bro. Like, even if that's not him or them, like, that's a fucking car with headlights on, so it's got to be someone. And they're literally, like, in the fucking sky. That is so terrifying, dude. Oh, my God. Jesus. Yeah, everyone in the comments saying that's their headlights. Jesus. Shocking there weren't more deaths. I mean, dude, like if a tornado like that hit like an actual town, bro, it's over. All right, I gotta pee. And then we'll watch more. Joplin? Yeah. How many died in the Joplin? Actually... Why? It's list chat. It's literally the first search result. I have not searched this ever before. The fuck? Is Google watching me? Oh my, what the fuck? Yo! $158 people? I did not know that. Dude, we even drove up to Joplin after it happened. I didn't even, wow. Wow. Jesus Christ. All right. God, I might watch a video on the Joplin tornado sometime. All right. What's next? What's next? What? With what? One second. Haven, thank you for the $5. Speaking of Joplin, and an old YouTuber named Will Norton was killed by the tornado. Not sure if you heard of him. I've actually never heard of him, but that's terrible. Okay. Ugh. Let's watch this. You guys want to watch moments after brutally killing neighbor? So tornado in Ontario, Canada a few years ago that claimed 6 lives and left me family without power or water for 10 days. Jesus Christ. Yeah, everyone's saying yes. You guys all love this. You guys all love this. Chat loves when people die. That's their favorite. Moments after brutally killing his neighbor.
Okay. I need to take that from you.
Go ahead, take it.
Okay.
Go ahead, go ahead. It's my weapon.
Right.
Someone's coming to film this.
Good.
No, it is good. This guy's a fucking weirdo.
All right. He's just like, yeah, I killed him. Yeah. Yeah. I got a friend coming too. He's going to record it too. Yeah.
This is 44-year-old Joseph Gonzalez, mere minutes after killing a man in broad daylight. What began as an argument over speed limits quickly spiraled.
Bro, is this seriously a road rage? Is this really gonna be a road rage moment? A baby rage moment?
Rolled into a shocking road rage shooting that left one man.
It is a road rage shit. Oh my god! See, chat, this is why you never get out of the fucking car in road rage, dude. Just
I'm not. I know. We the only.
I'm a victim, bro. He has the audacity to say I'm a victim after murdering this guy.
Victim get put in the back of a vehicle. I'm not charged with the crime.
And if Joseph's disturbing crime isn't enough, his behavior in the interview room would.
I am not charged with a crime. I am actually the victim. Like he's trying to Jedi mind trick these. Like he's just like saying the opposite of what's going on. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm actually the victim. All right. I'm the one who's dead.
Would be like nothing I've ever seen, making a mockery of the situation and acting as if the murder hadn't even happened mere hours ago.
Thank you, Cito.
Because you're being charged. No, this is very simple. You guys are making it more than what it is. Someone threatened my life. What am I supposed to do? You fuckers are ridiculous, I swear to God.
On a hot Monday morning on August 29th, 2022, police were called to the scene of a shooting in the 1600 block of Val Verde Southwest in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Several calls were made, but the one that captured officers' attention was the call placed by the shooter, who claimed to have killed a man in self-defense just outside his home.
He made me angry on the road, okay? It was self-defense. He was driving like an asshole, all right? I had to kill him. Come on.
Okay. I need to take that from you.
Go ahead, take it.
Okay.
Go ahead. It's my weapon.
Okay. And then do you have any?
It's loaded.
Okay.
So take it down. No, it has a chamber.
That's fine. Do you have any mags on you?
No, I don't. But just make sure you pull that mag out and it's chambered. Just be careful.
Alrighty.
Anger equals right to murder? Okay, that checks out.
What do you think? It doesn't matter. You still have to get handcuffed, bro. We weren't here when it happened.
Like, he thinks he's not going to get like, how? What is the delusion here? You killed someone. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I know. Well, you haven't even asked me one question.
That's why.
Is your cams on?
Of course they're on.
I got someone coming to film this.
Good.
No, it is good. This guy's a fucking weirdo.
Sir, we're not going to ask you anything right now.
No.
Do you have any knives on you?
Negative. You got my weapon.
That's your truck.
That's not my truck.
That's not
I
your
don't
truck.
know who him or that truck is.
Okay.
He came threatening my life. I gave him a warning shot.
He kind of looks like Big Ed.
Against the officers' protests,
I could see it.
Gonzalez lets crucial details of the incident slip, and what was likely an attempt to appear honest through transparency would wind up creating serious problems for the 44-year-old father.
If he had a neck,
You ask me questions, you cuff me. I'm not.
I know. We the only questions.
I'm a victim.
Read him his rights, and then we'll secure him. And just work on
what am I
security.
being arrested for?
You're not being arrested. Just on the other side of this. Yeah, it appears he's But yeah, there was no pulse or anything. Okay.
I'm gonna walk this way, so we're...
Please, thank you.
The victim was declared deceased, and this was now a murder investigation.
Hello, sir. Call came in. We have the shooter in custody.
A murder investigation for this man's ego. Okay, you guys got to take into that. You got to take that into account. Bro's ego was shattered. Okay, he's a victim here.
Looks like it's directly in front of his house on Valverde, 1620 Valverde. Maybe a witness called it in. We'll definitely find that out for you. But then the offender also called it in. I call him the offender just because he's the shooter, but he's saying it was justified. Looks like a road rage kind of thing.
The victim would be identified as 35-year-old Abner Antillon of Albuquerque, New Mexico. While the full extent of the gruesome scene was not yet clear to investigators, one thing was certain. The victim had been shot multiple times at very close range. While undoubtedly tragic, this is the kind of uncomplicated scene police look forward to. At first, no one had any reason to doubt Gonzalez's version of events.
I'm gonna say victim, the GSW, to the head and maybe to the chest. And it looks like there's 2 holes and 2 guys who don't know each other according to the shooter.
Gonzalez—
Wait, they're siding with the shooter?
—is likely hoping his helpful and indifferent attitude makes him appear less suspicious. But his indifference to the corpse at his feet is more disturbing than anything.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Why am I getting put in the car anyway?
Just so you're not standing over there. We're gonna talk to other people, see if they saw anything.
There was no one here but me. I think if anyone has anything, Mr. Saul has that camera there. I'm pretty sure he saw some motion and he'll probably be able to see everything on that camera.
Camera footage had, in fact, captured the incident in all its horrific detail. But before officers could review it, they needed to find someone willing to hand it over.
Hi, I'm a YouTube transfer student. Please don't hurt me, chat. Don't worry. You won't be bullied over here. All right.
Unfortunately for Gonzalez, that very footage would soon make it clear that there was far more to this story than just self-defense.
There was a person out here. Do you know where
No
they
hazing.
No, let's contact them.
Okay. Did you see anything? Is there anything you wanna?
Is Joseph still here?
He is. He,
Well, I don't want to.
Damn, dude. Look, dude. Fucking look at this NASCAR ass shirt, bro. It's got the sleeves ripped off. God, see, this is an American. This is a goddamn red-blooded American right here.
Joseph still here?
He is.
Well, I don't want to talk with him around here, but I'll talk to you after he's gone.
Well, he's in my car. He's not. He
It
can't.
doesn't matter. He can see me through here.
Okay.
He's in that car there.
Okay.
I don't want to talk. He's already gone to talk with me and 4 other neighbors. We got it on surveillance, but when he goes away,
Oh,
I'll
so
talk to
he's a
you.
reoccurring
For
asshole.
officers, this cryptic response made it clear that there was much more to the story, and Gonzalez's deteriorating behavior
called
was
fashion?
beginning to offer some clues as to what really happened here.
Can you call you Lieutenant because I know him? Please?
Okay,
Because
but
I'm
can
not
you
arrested.
sit in there?
I would, but give me my phone.
Have a seat,
Joseph, I'm not gonna give you your phone at this
You
time.
cannot have my phone.
We're not going to use anything.
I'm not
She's gonna put it
arrested.
in the front seat.
I'm gonna put it in the
It's gonna
front
stay
seat.
right
Nobody's
there.
gonna
Right
touch
now,
it,
you
okay?
I gave you my weapon. I told you what happened. Please let me have my phone. You cannot.
I'm being a good boy. All right? I deserve a treat. I deserve to get these handcuffs on. I want you guys to give me a treat for being a good boy. All right? I've been very cooperative.
Have my property. I'm going to tell you that the last time. Now, if you take it, it's stealing.
Joseph, it's
You're
not
taking my
stealing.
phone. You're
You're
stealing.
under investigative detention right now.
That's
okay?
fine. I'm
So
not charged with the crime. You won't call your LT. I saw you tell her no. I want your LT here. I don't want to talk to you. You're biased towards me, dude. You've been since I met you.
So
You came here in your fatigues that one time acting like a badass. I remember you, dude. I did put handcuffs on. For what? I'm a victim. Someone came and threatened my life. You put me in the back of a car with handcuffs? You're a dick, dude. You are, bro.
How dare you assume that I murdered this man when he's dead on the ground with bullet wounds inside of him and I have a gun? What is wrong with you? I'm a good boy. All right? I do big boy things. I make big boy noise.
Bro?
So these detectives on scene said they...
With those sunglasses, of course, he's just a chill guy.
Yeah. There, and then
So we're headed there?
Yep.
Me and you? Let's go.
All right.
Good luck, man.
All right, hey, look. It is what it is. You know what? Don't say that, bro.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Bro?
Dude, he's acting like he's getting arrested for like a fucking parking ticket or something. Like he's acting like he's getting detained for getting pulled over for running a red light.
It's not.
You know what? If I end up in fucking prison for some bullshit, you better send me some fucking commissary, dude.
Gonzalez's flippant attitude and refusal to accept responsibility for what he did would only intensify upon arrival at the station.
How dare you arrest me after I murder someone?
When you get in there.
These are yours. You want them? I don't want them.
Yeah, I do.
I don't want these. You can have them.
This one, I guess. Let's see where the light is.
Like, I just killed one guy.
Oh,
Come on.
You want to get these now, or?
I'm gonna wait for him, and then once he gets here. He said he was close, though, so.
Gonzalez is placed in an interview room to await the arrival of homicide detectives. For someone used to being in control, this proves to be an incredibly
The person getting arrested is acting like the average Twitch chatter. Twitch chat, you gonna take that shit? Huh? You gonna let YouTube chat talk like that to you? Huh?
Anxiety-inducing situation for the man, but he knows he must still appear as calm as possible if he has any hope of not being charged with murder. But it's only been 2 minutes, and Gonzalez is already letting his frustration get the better of him.
How long are they going to be before I can get these cuffs off?
I don't know. I'll call him again.
I know they told you to put these. Could you have a superior that come and talk to you, see if I get these out?
Because I'm not being charged with anything. If I'm sitting here waiting, these are hurting my wrist.
He's actually here now.
Is he? Awesome. Let's get him off.
All right.
Can I get a pillow and a blankie too? Huh? And a warm glass of milk?
I mean, if I'm not being charged, I know you guys want to watch me through the cameras, but let's just get this over with. You fuckers are ridiculous, I swear to God. Treat me like shit just because of my little brother. Assholes.
We'll examine who his little brother is and the high-profile case he's connected to soon.
He needs a
But
juice
right now,
box.
it's enough to know that Gonzalez seems to revel in using his brother as a scapegoat to avoid account.
YouTube chat doesn't even know if they brushed their teeth today or if they put on underwear. Dude, is there a war breaking out right now between chats?
Ability. What he's doing here could be considered the first of his manipulation tactics, passive aggression. By sitting this close to the door, he knows whoever enters next will immediately be caught off guard, giving Gonzalez the perceived upper hand. And that's exactly what happens. For a man like him, it seems everything is a battle for dominance.
Sorry, that's you right there.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna wait for BS, so I might as well just be comfortable. What's going on, man?
Dude, like, what does this guy think? Like, I just don't get. Like, obviously he murdered him. Like, obviously he got angry, pissed off, and just murdered the guy, whatever. But, like, what is going on in his head where he thinks, like, acting like this is gonna work? He's such a brat? Yeah, I know.
Getting treated like a damn criminal over here, and I'm not happy about it.
I apologize for that, man. I'm sorry it took me a second to get here.
I saw you hiding in the corner.
What's that?
I saw you hiding in that corner.
No, hiding.
I did saw you. You waited for me to talk to her. I saw you.
Dude, he's such a fucking bitch. Oh my god. He's such a pussy. What is this? Bad gateway, Amy. You sent me a virus.
Oh, that's okay. Let's get this over with.
Alright, what's your name, man?
My computer's compromised.
Joseph Gonzalez.
Joseph? My name's Daryl. No, you're
I would
fine,
shake
man.
your hand. That's just gross.
No, don't even worry about it.
Joseph Gonzalez.
Daryl,
Very nice to meet you.
nice to meet you, sir.
So I'm going to talk, or are we going somewhere else?
So I'm not the primary case agent. I'm just here assisting. I just got in. The reason I didn't come in initially right away is because I wanted to find out exactly what's going on first before I talk to you.
I shouldn't have been in cuffs the whole way over here, but I don't want to hear
I know,
Dude, stop
I know.
bitching, you fucking pussy. Oh my god. Shut up.
It's to the officers.
discretion, and that's how I got.
Well, not necessarily. When we're transporting people, they have to be in handcuffs. That's just the issue. Once they're in the back, they have to be in handcuffs.
I've talked with detectives before in here. Not once have I came in here with cuffs.
Okay.
This is the first time I ever came in here to talk to detectives with cuffs.
Okay, I know it's...
I'm not a criminal.
No, and I'm not
Something
calling you a
happened to
criminal.
me. I was threatened. Someone threatened my life. That's why we're here. I shouldn't be treated like a criminal, and I'm very, very pissed off about that.
Wow, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like what does he want them to do? Here, let's give him a breakfast, a nice, delicious breakfast meal. Just breakfast in bed. Give you a little blanket, a nice pillow. You get to suck on a little baby bottle of warm milk, and we'll feed you your breakfast, little baby. I'll give you a kiss on the forehead and read you a bedtime story. Once upon a time.
Someone threatened my life, and I have the right to protect myself. Bottom line. Other than that, can I get some water, please?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
What's this, chicken
water.
nuggies?
I just wanted to make sure you had your cuffs off and you were cool. You don't need the bathroom or anything?
I might need it here in a bit, yeah. I'll just need to calm down. I was trying to sleep.
I get it, man.
Because I know it's going to be a couple hours. You guys want to watch me on the camera, you'll watch me sleep. I'll fall asleep.
No,
I know Terry showed me how to fall asleep many times. Go into
The military showed you how to fall asleep. Does it take military training to fall asleep? Hold up. Wait. Chat, if I haven't been in the military, I can't fall asleep? Hold up. He's military trained in sleeping, guys. Be careful. That explains a lot. Dude. We love big naps. Dick Squad.
Going to where we need to go, so
yeah, no,
if you guys want to ask me questions, just ask. If you're going to hold me here, if you're going to arrest me, let's just get on with it.
Yep, like I said.
Dude, if you don't come back here in time, I'm going to fall asleep. I'm military trained. I can fall asleep whenever I want. Yeah, that was me falling asleep. Yeah, I can do it whenever I feel like it. Military trained. All right? So if you go off on your own ways and I'm in here for a long time, fell asleep again whenever I want. Just like that.
However you guys want to plan or to do what you want to do, let's get it done with.
Of course.
Why waste time?
Throughout this interaction, it's obvious Gonzalez is still switching between trying to maintain his calm demeanor and struggling.
That must be so useful in combat. Yeah, I know, right? All right, yes. He's around the corner. All right. He's coming up on me. He's coming. The guy walks out. Oh, no. Oh, he's sleeping. We're good. We're good. Move on. He fell asleep. Oh my
Struggling
God.
to control his rising anger. For the moment anyway, he claims to be open to talking about the events of the morning. However, this attitude would not last for long.
You get me every time, man.
Dude, why are you fucking sitting at the door then, you dumbass?
Well,
that's
a
for you?
security measure, bro. You weren't taught that, were you?
What's that?
Sleeping by the door? Especially when you're in unfamiliar territory?
Well, I get you, man.
Oh my God, we get it. You were in the military. Like, you already bragged about your sleeping skills. Now you're bragging about sleeping next to door skills? Wait, what? What is this guy on about, bro?
Passive-aggressive behavior is effective because it's a subtle way of expressing anger or hostility while still leaving room for deniability. It's about doing what's asked, but not in the correct or expected way.
You're not dealing with a normal dude that you guys deal with. I'm not some criminal.
No, and I'm not trying to treat you
And
like
I'm
one.
telling you right now, what are one of the two things? If I was in your position, you're either going to go home or we're going to charge you.
Well, it sounds like
Those are two things.
Those are the two
That's all I
options.
need you to be straight up. And you're not straight up already. You're already trying to work around.
No.
This is very simple. You guys are making it more than what it is.
Well,
You really are.
complicated. We
It's not complicated. What's complicated about it? You tell me what you heard.
Well, we have to do a very...
Oh my God, this guy is such a... Like, he's so punchable. Like, he just oozes, I want to punch you in the face. But then he'd bring a gun. You know, like if you ever got in a fight, he'd just shoot you. Thank you, Astro, for the 3 months. I mean, case in point, what he did. This guy's kind of weird. I don't know if that's just me. You know, I think it's just you. I think everyone else thinks he's normal. I think it's just you that thinks he's weird. Wait, it looks like it's pig's legs? You've never even seen... I don't even have legs. What are you talking about?
Very complete and thorough investigation before we make any decision. I can't just walk in here and tell you either this is happening or this is happening.
No.
Oh, with my camera? Oh, you... Like, wait, which way? It's like... Oh, okay.
I don't know what you guys are. You guys are running rapid, and as far as your detectives go, and my family's witness, you guys botch it all the time. You guys don't know what the hell you're doing. It is what it is. A lot of times, it's not some big elaborate freaking YouTube story or Netflix special.
Well, he's half right.
I'm telling you, legally, my rights, you guys are violating them.
All right, wait. I got it back. I get it back in position. Wait, like this. Like that.
Charge me or tell me what I'm being detained for. You can only detain me a certain amount of time, not hours. We both know that.
No, I know, and I can tell that you're upset. You're pissed off.
I'm not upset.
I'm not pissed off.
And I'm not trying to BS you. And I'm sorry if I'm coming off that way. That's just the way I talk. I'll try to work on it.
No, buddy, it's fine. You're only as good as your superiors, buddy.
Oh my God, this guy is such a passive aggressive bitch. Oh my God, like how do you not want to punch this guy in the face so bad right now? Like the utter disrespect. Oh my God.
You got taught a certain way, and that's not your fault.
His condescending comments likely stem from a place of anxiety. The situation is not unfolding the way he thought it would. It's unlikely that Gonzalez ever actively questions his own actions or motivations, but here in this interview room is perhaps the closest he...
You know, I would never, ever think this guy would have road rage. Never.
...gets, as the reality that he may not be going home begins to dawn on him.
Oh, is he sleeping? Chad, he's sleeping! Military training! By the door as well! By the door! Military training!
Pardon me, sorry. Expecting you right there.
So, let's start with this. Can I get your name?
Joseph Gonzalez.
Joseph Gonzalez with an S or a Z?
Yes.
Good contact number for you?
492. Where's my cell phone?
The deputy has it, so.
They told me you were going to have it. 505? 492-8251.
Pay attention to Gonzalez's body language here. He's fidgeting. He can't sit still. He even shows difficulty regulating the volume of his voice at times.
A sleeper
While he
soldier.
certainly has every right to seek counsel, he appears to feel
Wonder if this guy plays Hello Kitty Island Adventure? Oh, 100%.
personally attacked by the facts that he was dissuaded from telling his version of events at the scene.
You know who this guy reminds me of? Dude, today, whenever my son was doing karate, they asked all the parents to do dodgeball. And there was this one dad that was like super into it. Like he was like, you know, like, and like fucking launching the ball at these children. He's like, you're out! You're out! I hit you! You're out! Like to random children. And like, if he catches the ball, I caught it! Get out! You're out! Just fucking like moving around. Like he's profusely sweating. It just, boom, slams the kid again. Get out! You're out! Like that's the type of guy I expect this dude to be.
So you know where we're right. We're investigating an incident that happened earlier this morning. So because of that, like I said, I'm going to ask you some questions that are directly related to that investigation. Been handcuffed, been detained. She runs out to our substation here. So I am going to advise you to Miranda warnings, okay? Do you know what those are?
What am I being detained for?
The investigation of what happened earlier this morning.
I'm being detained for an investigation. How long is an investigation?
I'm being detained because I killed someone. Like, did you see me sleep? I could do it again. Like I could go. But do you see how impressive that is? Why the hell am I being investigated right now?
Investigation To be detained, how long can you detain someone for a investigation?
Pretty much long time. Like, I've heard these probably like 12 hours.
So you could sit in here for 12 hours with nothing being said. If I wanted an attorney, you could keep me here for 12 hours and decide if you wanted to charge me.
Basically, so that's why I want to get your version.
That's why I don't want no blame.
Okay, so you're not going to provide a statement?
No, I tried and no one wanted to take it. So I definitely would wait for a lawyer then.
Okay, no problem. I appreciate it.
I did try.
Yeah, that's fine.
You guys didn't want to talk to me on scene, and neither did your sheriff's office.
Possibly angered by his interaction with Detective Lopez, Gonzalez prepares his ultimate.
Aaron, tell them what happened to Mabin. Yeah, the cat snuck out last night because we take the dogs out at night when we go to sleep. And sometimes Mabin, like, because it's really dark outside, and Mabin just slipped through the door. And we didn't know. So we went to bed, and in the morning, I took Ezra to school. Everything was fine. All of a sudden, he was like, wait, where's Mabin? It's like, I don't know. Is like in your room or something? Looked all around the house. Couldn't find him. Went outside. Looked all around the house. Couldn't find him. And then I looked around the house again, and then Mabin was meowing at the back door of our house. And, but I mean, he didn't leave. I was worried he ran off. But his eyes, whenever, like I said, Mabin, like he like turned his head and his eyes were like fucking huge. It's like, he's so pissed. But he's fine though.
Passive-aggressive attack.
It wasn't cold. The night that he was locked out, it wasn't cold. Thank God.
Ag.
He saw some things, yeah. Is he gonna wall punch? Is he gonna punch the wall? Is he gonna punch the wall? Uh-oh.
I told you guys I need a fucking restroom. I'm not an animal here. I need a piss. Because we're on a circus here.
The piss corner?
Hold on. Oh, what are you doing, man? I'm fucking taking a piss. No, you're not. By the way, I am. These guys are fucking ridiculous, dude. It's been 10 minutes. I'm knocking on the door. You heard me. Dude. I'm not a fucking animal. No one said you were. No, you're treating me like one. Fuck off, dude.
It's just still going. Tactical piss.
I told you I needed the fucking restroom.
Military piss training, chat. He learned this in the military. Remember.
Asshole.
Now drink it.
A big old cup of piss, because you idiots.
Drink it. Like the military.
At least I feel a lot better.
On one level, it's incredibly hard to believe this man just killed someone in broad daylight, but at the same time, it makes perfect sense, knowing his true character. His display goes over about as well as you'd imagine, and Gonzalez quickly finds himself back in cuffs.
I said I need the restroom, and you don't treat me like a fucking animal. I knocked multiple times. Here's the thing. My ass is right there. I know, you heard me. If you had been pounding on the door, I would have heard you. Hold on. You heard me. No, I didn't. I banged hard as shit. I'm doing other stuff, man. So have a seat. Why am I in cuffs? Because you're being charged. So have a seat. With what? With homicide. Have a seat. Let's go to jail.
When someone gets charged with battery on a household member or something,
They don't come into the interrogation.
They don't come in here, and it's very quick.
I'm not scared. Now I'm going to tell my lawyer, and now I got to go to jail, get bonded out, all that BS, to go to court.
You had your opportunity.
For someone that tried to sit there and kill me, and you guys are treating me like a criminal. This ain't right, dude. It's not.
He's
Just 'cause
literally
of my little brother?
never even like tried to describe what the dude did or how he quote unquote attacked him or how his life was in danger.
That shit ain't right.
Let's bring it back, okay?
Yeah, you guys do playing that game.
Okay. You cannot say that the detective didn't come in here to read your rights and then
No,
ask
he didn't
you.
read my rights.
Yes, he did. I heard him read you your
Well,
rights.
you read my rights. I remember you read
Yes,
my rights.
and he read them as well, and he asked you if
I
you
just
wanted
told
to
him I
give your
plead the
side of
fifth.
the story. Well, then there
That's
you go.
what I told him.
You didn't tell him your side of the story then.
You guys did not want to hear it.
He wanted
I bet
to
this
hear
guy
it.
has a micro
No, I have my
penis.
day in court. You have your day in court.
I mean, he was able to perfectly piss into a bottle, so he could probably just like right into the bottle's hole. Which, I mean, like, look at that. Like, if he could fit that bad boy in there without any dribbles, come on, man. Come on.
That's all I want.
Military piss training. True, actually, true.
Hurry up. Let's get it over with. Like I told you before, you just don't understand the severity of it. None of you do. But I've been calling it 2 days ago. A Mexican right there just threatened me. I know.
Thank you, Killy, for the 5 gifted subs.
I get it every damn day. And now that I'm not there and they know I'm not, you guys will see. No, I kid you not. I'm just telling you, so when you see it in the news, you know that you talked to the person.
According to Gonzalez, Antillon, the man he shot earlier that morning, had been one of many who had been consistently harassing him and his family because of his little brother's involvement in a high-profile murder case. Joseph's younger brother, Fabian...
Wait a second, his younger brother is a murderer too? Who would have thought?
Ian Gonzalez had recently been found guilty for the role he played in the 2016 death of 10-year-old Victoria Martin.
10-year-old?
I didn't know him.
What the fuck?
Why did he stop, back all the way up, and come and say he's going to kill me?
Thank you, Anonymous.
I don't understand this.
At some point during his detainment, police had recovered the camera footage from the scene, and it's not nearly as confusing as Gonzalez wanted detectives to believe. At 7:23 a.m. on August 29th, 2022, Joseph Gonzalez arrives home after taking his wife to work. By all accounts, it was a normal Monday morning for the 44-year-old father, as we see him exit the vehicle and unlock his front gate. As Gonzalez returns to his truck, you can see Abner Antillon's custom red International pickup drive by. Gonzalez, apparently bothered by the perceived speed of the other driver, shouts at him to slow down.
Oh, he's gonna chase him, isn't he?
Antillon hears him and immediately reverses to confront Gonzalez.
No. Oh, never mind. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Of road rage, what happened next is heartbreaking precisely because it was so unnecessary and preventable. The two engage in an argument that quickly escalates to the point where both men exit their vehicles and move closer to one another. Unfortunately, this tense exchange is blocked by Gonzalez's truck, but at the height of the argument, we can see Joseph...
Thank you, Killy, for the gifted sub.
Take a few steps back, square his shoulders, raise his weapon, and pull the trigger. What happened next is what Gonzalez described as a warning shot.
I gave him a warning shot.
However, this was immediately followed up with a volley of targeted shots into Antillon's back.
Oh my God, Tom, get out!
Jesus Christ!
These final...
What the fuck, dude? I gave him a warning shot into his body. Yeah, like, what the fuck? Now you're fucking dead. Like, wow. Did he learn that in the military?
Parting insults tell us everything we need to know about how Gonzalez really felt at the time of this tragic shooting. This was a heartless, evil murder.
Listen, I'm not incriminating. I'm not worried about incriminating this, that, or... What happened, happened.
What's happening in YouTube chat? Okay, I'll deal with that later.
I didn't say it didn't. Not once. Yeah. Someone threatened my life. What am I supposed to do? What's a warning shot intended for?
Tell me. We don't do warning shots.
He's married with kids. They always are, dude.
Thanks for saying that.
I'm just saying.
Chat, we know from the Boogie drama that a warning shot's illegal. That's actually the only reason I know that.
You guys should.
No, because it's like I said, every situation is different.
You know what a warning shot does, though?
But
it gives you
around, man.
You really are.
Yeah.
You definitely are. So you got to know what you're doing. You know what I mean? It smells awareness. Very simple. You don't want no NDs, you know?
Yeah.
So the thing about it is, you do a warning shot and you're able to assess that person and they're either they're scared, they're attacking, or they just don't.
So whenever the dude runs away after you pull out your gun and shoot the warning shot, that's when it's the best time to shoot. Got it.
What are they doing? They might be on drugs.
They're calling me transphobic over there, and I didn't even say anything about trans people. I mean, classic. I don't know. Like, okay.
In other words, you know what I'm saying? So that warning shot will let you determine a lot of things within a split second.
See, and right now we're talking through all these variables that you were talking about earlier.
That's every situation's different, but it doesn't mean to do everything. No, it is.
I mean that like my chats mods like are the most quote unquote progressive people most of the time. Like I literally have a gay mod. I don't know if that matters, but like I promised, like whoever thought that, you're wrong.
To protect you and your person, it's a very simple answer. What would you do?
Protect yourself in the appropriate way.
And that is ultimately the heart of the issue, and the question the jury would later ask themselves at the trial of Joseph Gonzalez. Did he protect himself in the appropriate way? According to Gonzalez, the answer is a clear yes. But for obvious reasons, the jury felt differently. Joseph Gonzalez was initially charged with first-degree murder in the shooting death of Abner Antolon, and his trial began on April 23rd. He was acquitted in May after a jury failed to reach a verdict in the case, voting 10-2 in favor of conviction, leading to a mistrial. According to reports, the Bernalillo County 2nd Judicial District Attorney's Office plans to retry Gonzalez on the lesser charge of second-degree murder.
What?
Is currently being held in custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Dude, bro murdered someone over basic ass baby rage, road rage, and then is disrespectful to cops throughout the entire process. Doesn't show any shred of emotion of him actually killing someone. And they're just like, nah, I don't know, man. Two people are just like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, dude. How was there two people on the fence about it, man? I don't get that. That's crazy. He executed that guy and got away with it? Yeah. That was wild. The Victoria Martins case? I don't know. I shall look at what that is. Wait, is this... Wait, does this have to do with what we just watched? Like his brother? It says 10-year-old in New Mexico. So yeah. Well, let's watch this then. I guess that's a good segue. So I guess YouTube viewers who are watching this, we just watched a video of the dude who got into road rage and just randomly killed someone just because road rage, and he acted like an asshole the whole time. And apparently his brother, this is his brother. We're about to watch a video about his brother. The brutal 2016 murder of 10-year-old Victoria Martins left more questions than answers. Oh boy. Yeah, a trigger warning, chat.
The brutal murder of a 10-year-old girl left her community outraged and demanding justice. Will the truth behind Victoria Martin's death ever come to light?
There's a little girl inside the house. How old? How old is your daughter? 10. Oh, yeah, she's 10.
Police discovered 10-year-old Victoria Martin's body dismembered and on fire inside an apartment in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
It was August of 2016.
On fire?
I got a text early in the morning from a source of mine who said this is the worst homicide he had ever seen and that a child was mutilated.
Nancy Laughlin, a reporter from Albuquerque news station KOAT, has been following the case since the very beginning.
The information that day that we were told is that Victoria had been so brutally killed. I mean, she had been literally chopped up and set on fire. Her body parts were put in bags in different parts of the apartment.
The whole thing is beyond anyone's conception that this could happen, especially to a little 10-year-old child.
Within hours, they arrested her mother, her mother's boyfriend, and his cousin. They were.
It was her mother was a part of it?
All three at the apartment.
Victoria's mother, Michelle Martins, Michelle's then boyfriend, Fabian Gonzalez.
Yeah, this is the brother of the guy that we just watched. Thank you, K Selk, for the membership.
And Fabian's cousin, Jessica Kelly, were charged with multiple felonies.
God, they all look so disgusting.
The charges included child abuse, murder, and sexual penetration of a minor.
That day, what we were told was, her mother told police that Victoria had been drugged, that she watched her daughter.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Get raped and murdered. The first responders were horrified.
I've been involved in the criminal law for over 30 years, and this is the most inhumane case I think I've come across.
When the news of Victoria's death hit the community, it hit hard. Government officials and citizens alike pushed for changes in legislation, including the return of the death penalty.
My personal belief is we need the death penalty for those limited and horrific circumstances.
They're predators. They're molesters of children. And I'm asking that the FBI step in and investigate and prosecute this case through the United States Attorney's Office.
When Victoria's autopsy report was released in November 2016, it revealed she had been strangled to death. Some of the details put Michelle Martin's version of events into question.
There was no meth in her system. And that was something that I thought was unusual because the mother had said that they gave her meth. And they kept, investigating and investigating. January rolls around, there's a new district attorney, and he brings in some very seasoned detectives to review the case. They're looking at all the cell phone data and all the, any technology that they have there. And then it turns out as the evidence comes back, it's not matching what she's saying. So as the investigation continues, they figure out she gave what is called a false confession.
For more than a year, police investigated the false claims made by Michelle Martins.
The information that was guiding the initial investigation and the charging decisions in the case were based primarily on that statement. And we now know that that statement is false.
Her defense attorney was just saying that it's very, very rare, but Michelle Martins, she's a people pleaser. So if she's asked a question, she's going to answer whichever way she thinks that they want to hear.
It was completely made up. And so they went down, the police, the investigators went
Death
down
is too
this
good for
road
them? Good point.
Based on what the mother had told them, and that road
They should get their rims lipped off.
Turned out to be a complete dead end.
This is what they believe happened. So she gets off her school bus. She goes to the apartment. Fabian Gonzalez takes her to a gas station. They come back. Fabian Gonzalez and Michelle Martin's cell phone data shows that they leave the apartment. According to police, they go buy some drugs from one of his relatives.
Cell phone and detailed Google location data corroborated those eyewitness accounts and definitively placed Michelle and Fabian outside the apartment at the time of the rape and murder.
They leave the little girl with Jessica Kelly, Fabian Gonzalez's cousin, who had just gotten out of prison and was staying at the apartment and has a long, violent criminal.
Dude, what a fucking trash-ass family this is.
Jessica Kelly's prior convictions include battery and assault of a police officer, among others.
Jessica Kelly, her version of events is that Victoria was in her bedroom, that the door was open. She says a man she didn't know came into the apartment and killed Victoria. Then he
Fuck off,
leaves.
dude.
Then Fabian comes back with Michelle Martins, and they keep Michelle occupied. She doesn't check on her daughter. As the hours go on, investigators believe that Jessica Kelly and Fabian Gonzalez chop her up. They put her body parts in bags throughout the apartment, and then they set her on fire.
I wish I would have knew what the I was getting myself into, dog. And it put me away for life.
In addition,
yeah, they fucking should. You should have worse
the
than
cell
that.
phone data and new testimony, investigators also discovered male DNA on Victoria's body.
There was partial DNA found on Victoria's back that didn't match Fabian. Now, his DNA was found in other parts of the apartment, but on Victoria's body, there was partial DNA from another male. They checked with all the first responders, didn't match theirs. So it's a partial DNA, so it's really difficult to match.
There's a lot of emphasis that's been put on this unknown male, but at the end of the day, what do we know other than Jessica Kelly's story and the fact that there is some DNA, male DNA of an unknown origin?
The murder and sexual assault charges against each suspect were then dropped. In June 2018, Michelle Martins pleaded guilty to 1 count of child abuse resulting in death.
Mr. Martins, how do you plead?
Child abuse resulting in death. Bro, she was chopped up and lit on fire. What do you mean child abuse that led to death? What?
She faces up to 15 years in prison.
That's it?
I think it should be a wake-up call if you're...
What about mutilation of a corpse? What about murder? What do you fucking mean, bro?
Parent, and you invite strangers into your home when you have kids. Michelle Martins, Victoria's mother, she had met Fabian Gonzalez on a dating website. She didn't know him very long. He has an arrest record. She lets him move into her apartment with her 2 children, her daughter and her little boy. Soon thereafter, his cousin gets out of prison, and he says, hey, my cousin's going to come live with us too. So she allows 2 people that she does not know very well to live with her children. And her little boy was with his biological father the night that Victoria was murdered. So by the grace of God, he wasn't there.
No contest.
You should see the interrogation. Her mom was more disgusting than you think.
In January 2019, Jessica Kelly agreed to a plea deal of no contest to multiple charges, including child abuse resulting in death.
The state.
Why? What is this child abuse resulting in? She was strangled to death and cut up. What do you mean?
Says that she helped dismember her, that she set her on fire, that she lets this strange man walk into the apartment. He kills the little girl, and then he leaves.
Kelly will be required to testify
bullshit.
against other suspects in the case and won't have to face a jury. She still faces up to 50 years in prison.
That's it?
Upset why they let her even take that when they should have served justice and took her to trial and found her guilty for what she did.
The sense that I get from the community is that there's a lot of frustration. They feel like there hasn't really been justice in this case, but I don't think a lot of people understand that's more than a life sentence here in New Mexico. A life sentence here is 30 years.
The things that has sort of haunted me from the beginning is this notion that we would be forced into a place where we wouldn't be able to hold everyone accountable. Either because of the evidence and because of the facts. We now have Jessica Kelly's cooperation, and I believe that that case is significantly strengthened.
Gonzalez and his lawyers maintain his innocence. He is now charged with child abuse resulting in death and tampering with evidence.
The attorneys for Fabian Gonzalez maintain that he didn't have any...
Not a single person gets a murder charge. Not a single person?
Anything to do with her death. It was a...
Because it's a child? They don't get a murder charge because it's a child, so they say that cutting up a child and burning it, that's just neglect. You're just neglectful. You know, when you neglect a child, they just spontaneously combust, you know.
Small apartment. They say he was woken up and didn't know what had happened to Victoria, and he ran out.
Gonzalez was released from jail in November 2019, awaiting a trial date.
Did they do any cutting or burning? The cousin did. Nico, thank you so much for 6 months.
The reason why this is taking so long for Fabian to go to trial is prosecutors want to bring up what they say is his past, his ties to gangs and ties to drugs. Well, the judge in this case said no, so they're appealing that.
The news of Gonzalez's release sparked outrage in the Albuquerque community. Residents responded with protests in Victoria's name.
He's letting them out, saying that he's not a threat to society. I mean, we're talking about a horrific murder.
We're her voice, and we gotta speak up.
If nobody's gonna do it, we have to do it.
We're just waiting for the court to make a decision, and there's no timeline. So in the meantime, he is out in the community.
We want justice for Victoria!
While the search for Victoria's killer carries on, the community continues to honor her short life and ensure her name is not forgotten.
After her death, they had some memorials at the park and at her school. There's a bench that's put up at her school. Her classmates, they did a lot of artwork after her death. The community, on the anniversary of her death, they pay tribute to her.
Thank you to the residents of Albuquerque.
When did this happen? This video was posted in 2016. Oh no, never mind. 4 years ago. 2020. I think it's happened. Yeah, this happened in 2016. Okay.
As well as statewide for your cards, flowers, makeshift memorials, as you paid respectful homage to our precious angel.
In August 2019, Albuquerque residents joined Victoria's grandparents and other family members for a memorial service in honor of what would have been her 13th birthday.
Happy birthday, dear Victoria.
She was a beautiful person inside and out. To remember her as the beautiful person that she was, I think is just as important as...
Yeah, it's very interesting how none of the people who were related to the child are showing any emotion.
Trying to set the awareness for what...
But everyone else is.
...led to this.
Everybody that is guilty of it needs to be held responsible. This was a child. I mean, her life ended way too soon.
I hope that the community can heal, because I know, I've interviewed the neighbors and the teachers and coaches, and just the ripple effect to this case has been really and truly horrific and devastating to a lot of people. I hope we never, ever have to report on anything like this again. And I hope that little girl is at peace.
The details of cases like Victoria's are difficult to listen to and even more difficult to talk about. But it's important to remember and honor victims like her whose lives...
So is there an interrogation somewhere of her? Of her mom? Let's see. Did I watch this? I didn't watch this, did I?
Jessica's holding her hands, and Fabian was her.
So they were cutting her arms off in the bedroom.
I have not watched this. Next stream? Next stream, chat? This will be a rough one. Yeah, maybe it autoplayed or something like that without me knowing, but I've definitely never seen this. Yeah, let's have a break. Dude, now I have my whole feed is just horrifying death, disturbing death. Teen goes missing, body parts flying everywhere, death, death. Dude, talking about death. Me and Elvis recorded an Alien Bacon video, and it's about amusement park ride like disasters. And there was a couple that were like really fucking bad. Dude, there were a couple that were really bad. That one should be up in like, what? Probably like a few days. Like Action Park? No. Worse than that. Like I've never heard of a more brutal way to die type shit. You know what's funny? Verrucht was bad. We talked about Verrucht on that. You know what was really fucked up about Verrucht? Because, you know, a lot of people were like, oh, the kid got internally decapitated, right? Yeah, that didn't fucking happen. There was a worker who made like a Reddit post about his like firsthand experience. Yeah, the kid did not have an internal decapitation. Like the kid's head got cut off and it flew to the people behind him, broke someone's nose, and even broke someone's jaw from the head flying off. It's fucking... Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking rough, dude. The rotted body thing is always 2 months. But what I was saying is it was hilarious because, like, you know, I'm used to this shit, right? Like, I watch horrible, disgusting shit all the time. Elvis does not. He does not. So whenever we were reading all this, I'm like, oh, God, that's terrible. And he just like, what the? Why are you reading this to me? Why did you pick these? Like, he was like, actually, like, what? Dude, this is going to ruin my entire week. I was like, oh, I honestly didn't think of it. I'm just so used to, you know, reading and hearing this shit all the time. He's like, dude, why did you do this to me? Oh, man. Elvis loves slashers, so I'm surprised he's not used to it by now. He's probably not used to hearing, like, the real life shit.
Spin the wheel time or next stream.
Can we do an IOU for next stream? Because Amy needs to make a new one. That's what she was saying. We need to make a new one. We don't have any things on there. You know, it's ironic. I could listen to stories about this shit all day, but I cannot handle like gory horror movies, right? Like I can handle horror movies, but not gore. Anything that's like really gory, I'm just no. Wraith, thank you so much for the $2. Yeah, but maybe you'll land on something? Wait, what? Amy, do you did you get my message? Look at my message. I can't watch Saw. Yeah, I can't watch any of those like gory horror films that are just, you know, gore and that's kind of it. Too much gore makes me sick. Yeah. Saw is a lot. What's like the goriest movie I've watched? Yeah, I've watched like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like the newer one. That one was kind of gory. Mad God? I don't know. Like, it's gory, but it's not the same. Like, I could handle that shit just fine. Because it's like, you know, it's stop motion. It's like, I can kind of get past the gore of it because it's not, like, you know, it doesn't look real. Serbian? I didn't watch the Serbian film. Fuck that, dude. I'd rather not. Final Destination? I did watch Final Destination when I was younger. I forget which one, though. The one where, I forget. Oh my God, dude. I remember, dude, it fucked with me so much. It wasn't even that gory. It was like where the dude was like weightlifting or whatever. And like he was like getting pumped up or something. And he like pushed the weights up or something. And like the weights just like swung around and just like smashed his head or some shit. The third one. Yeah, the third one. I was more just like, oh shit. Like it was so out of nowhere too. Like I had a feeling something was gonna happen, but I just didn't expect just like his head fucking explode. Final Destination makes me, dude, if I watch Final Destination now, it'd make me laugh. But like when I was younger, yeah, I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? His head exploded. He explooged. Did the upside down bed blood splatter from Nightmare on Elm Street mess with anyone else? I don't really think Nightmare on Elm Street really fucked with me, thinking about it. I think I know what you're talking about, though. Oh my God, dude, what is happening? It's literally just frozen. Hello? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Okay. All right, chat. Well, I am going to go. I'm going to raid Amy. She's going to play some House Flipper. I'll probably be in the call talking as well, though. But thank you guys for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll watch some more shit. But I wanted to say I appreciate all of you. The amount of donations and subs today were ridiculous. I can't thank you guys enough. Almost 100K on YouTube, by the way. And like average viewers on Twitch and YouTube have been crazy lately. Like almost 100 more than normal on both, which is wild. So thank you guys for that as well. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.